Alrighty, hi y'all. This is user leve1. Long time no see. It's been a while doing on SUMMONERWAR. Been busy in regular life, but it is also a lot going on in SUMMONERWAR itself. Of course, it's the 6 years anniversary of SUMMONERWAR being online, and they have the events out from level 1 to level 4. I'm currently on level 3, but I'm going to go over level 1 and level 2 if I can. Or just go do level 1 and then come back for level 2. Uh, level 1 in the 6 years event, uh, you have scenario, clearing Garen, forest, summon a monster 5 times. You can use unknowns. If you have any mystical, any kind of summoning, that'll work. Do 1 10 times. And then, long as it's not a rainbow mon, you can make a 3-star monster. Uh, Make a 3-star monster and turn it into a 3, or power up. Uh, Power up a monster. Then you got get 4 fatal runes from Mount Sid. You could play the simple, easiest chapter, normal, and play it 4 times to get a little 1-star normal rune to go on and speed up. And then normal mode, and you can also use your friends to help you out with this. So, use your friends. And you can equip the 4 set of fatal rune. You could pick one of them little 1-star monsters and just throw them runes on there. It'll count. Make 4 of the 6 plus runes power up. Now, I do recommend please have a lot of mana. All the money that you gathered up is probably gonna go into doing this, but if you could do dimensions where you can get a lot of money or uh, uh, mana or somewhere else, do it. But eventually you will need to focus. I know a lot of people, I don't like arena in particular, but eventually you will need to invest on increasing one of your mana statues. So you might want to eventually work on that, but that's way on down the road. In a battle arena 3 times, you can go to any battle arena. Uh, and usually at the beginning of the week, it be like very low character. So just play 3. Oh, yeah. And somebody told me that you can also play the character bosses in an account. I didn't do that because I didn't feel like running into it not counting. Then you got clear boss Kabir room, uh 1 time normal mode. You can use a friend to get through that. Giants Keep B1, very simple. Hall of Magic B1. Clear boss right Ragoon normal. Use a friend if you have to. And 5 low essence from Dragons B3 to B10. Now, B5, B6, and B7 were better for me than trying to do B10. Everybody say eventually the whole end game is you're able to do Giants 10 and Dragons 10, but if you cannot, 5, 6, or 7, and just it's gonna take a long time on this, because it's funny when an event goes on that it ends up being the hardest thing to get. Now, I had a problem with this one. There's 2 ways you could do it. You can literally go out and be requesting 10 friends, or you can have a spot open and tell people to add you, then delete the request. Don't accept it, delete it. And do this 10 times with 10 different people. If you have an issue of you have a full house and you only got one slot left, which that was my problem. It was still a hell and a half to do, but it was doable. Then clear boss of Taylor informers normal. Use a friend if you have to. Now again, upgrade, equip 4 12-star rooms on monsters. Now, this is a lot of money needed. Point blank and simple. But if you have already been working on a monster and if you are close to any rooms of the same kind on that monster, try to upgrade them all to 12 and that will count. Then into scenario, pretty much it's straightforward. You can pick easy and do it 10 times and now 10 times and be done. Now arena achieve 1,100 in victory. Again, that's gonna take some time, but just lowball it the best way you can and wait for the refresh and keep on. 5 mentors. This is mostly for the level 50s, you know, to add, but sometimes this will already go on if you already have 5 mentors in place. Then it'll automatically go on, or you have added for the low levels 5 mentors already. It will pass. Then clear boss of fame and volcano normal. You can be able to do that, but use a friend, or if you really need some help, do a all call for a person specifically. Can your rep do faming? And by doing that, you can add somebody's rep that you know they know for a fact can clear all of faming and help you with that, or just add a set of people that has reps specifically for faming. Level up 10 monsters 10 times via scenarios. I just went and got, if you have a very strong monster that can do any of the scenarios by themselves, then just pick like those little 1-star or 1-star monsters and just keep running easy or normal over and over again and level up that way. And even better if you got an EXP going. Possess 1 or more monsters 6-star. That's gonna take some time if you do not have any 6-stars. But if you already prepping up a monster, just make sure you pick a monster that you're using for the long run to 6. And then K-Ross Dragon level 3. You can use a friend. Level up 10 monsters via scenario battles. Same thing again. Use 1-star monsters and you can use any scenario with a monster that you know you can speed through everything. Then again, the 2 rooms making 12. Find 2 rooms that's the same. And if it's close, try to level up those to 12. And then Chaos Attribute Dungeon, get 10 mid. Again, B5 through 7. It worked out for me better that way. And awaken a monster, long as it's, I'm not sure, I haven't tried a 2-star on this. I did a low level 3-star, like one of the cats. Like definitely one of the cats if you not building one for eventually use to turn into a 2A on Dimensional Hole. That worked out much better for me that way. Chiruka remains normal, use a friend. And TOA, Trial of Ascension, normal. I mean, you can get through to 20. It may take a couple of times, especially for low level, but you can get there. And then I got the scroll, which that ended up being Beretta. But Beretta's good. If you get one without have to do the fusing, that's a great TOA mon. But I already had it, so that'll just be helping out on a later idea. But that's just something I wanted to go over, and that was just week one and what I did to get past that. And of course, again, I don't usually buy no packs because actually in the event, if you go to level 2, well, you get a transcendent scroll anyway if you're doing the other event, which I'm gonna have that come up, and I'm gonna show that in a minute. But part of this event, if you just keep doing this, you get the coins for the latest event going on. Which is the 106-year coin shop event. By doing all these runs and getting the coins, which is very hard, all of y'all got time to do this. The first one will be the 100 scrolls. So that will help you a lot. So just keep on trying to play as much of the event as you can, because that's actually helping you out with that event in particular. And then, of course, I don't fool with packs. And then, of course, they do have a nice Devilmon pack, and with the 5-star Rainbow Mon, but it's eating at me, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I just don't like buying packs, period. But this is part 1 to week 1 of the 6-year event. And also make sure you watch the video in YouTube, because that also counts for some points. This is User Nightwind, and I will be back with week 2.